Um, I wonder if you've had an experience like that that's helped you.
Not in the same way.
Hmm.
Um, well, I guess maybe. I mean, I guess maybe this is something that's also come out of the meditation practice, is that I don't really focus on myself so
Mm.
much, on whether whether I'm doing a good job or a bad job. It goes for, bringing up Daniel. It goes for running the charity. It goes for what I write. It's just, I have a job to do,
Mm.
and I need to do it.
Mm.
And I need to do it to the best of my ability. I don't control what my ability is. If
Mm.
I do it to the best of my ability and it doesn't work, well, in all of these things, there's nobody else to do that job anyway. So it's only academic to worry about whether I'm doing a good job or not. I'm doing the best job that I can. But I guess that is, implicitly,
Yes.
um, a level of self-acceptance, I guess.
Mhm.
Um, and it wouldn't make sense to put impossible demands on myself. It wouldn't make sense to put demands on myself to be better than I am in any of those areas, because the only thing that would do would be to invite guilt and to undermine and to bring the best that I can be down. Whereas
Yes.
if I have the acceptance, it gives it space to grow.
Mm.
But you can't just say
Absolutely.
to someone, have acceptance. It's part of a condition that everybody needs to evolve into in their own way.
Right. Is that one of the things that you are also then trying to help Daniel develop? That sense that he's always doing the very best that he can, and maybe he already has that um, approach or that sort of
I think implicitly, yeah, implicitly that is what we're trying to do. It's like we don't frame it like that and think of it like that, but yes, absolutely. What we're very explicit. There's one sort of thing, one almost a mantra that I tell him all the time and try to get him to live by, which is everything's okay. Whatever happens, everything's okay. And implicitly that's saying you're strong enough to deal with everything. You've got the resilience, you've got the capability, you've got the flexibility, even if you don't think you have, to deal with whatever comes along and know that it's not as devastating as it might initially feel.
mm, mm, wow. And then of course I think about what you just said, Guy. If when Daniel looks up at you and your wife and sees that in your face or hears that in your tone of voice, that you believe in him
Yeah,
and that strongly, that sincerely, that deeply, um, I really believe that he carries that with him. And I think this is what we also know from years of research
yeah,
in child development,
yeah,
that when children have an adult that they've had that experience with,
yeah,
just maybe just one, and it maybe not even a parent, right?
yeah,
Someone
yeah,
who really believes deeply in them and gives them the message that that you can do this,
yeah,
and I know, and everything's going to be okay. You're okay.
yeah.
Um, that has a profound ripple effect
And
on
it's
a
the
child.
sincerity, that he
Yes.
picks up. That's the key part of it. So I don't know how you would do research on that, because it could be quite skewed, because if a parent
Yeah.
says everything's okay, you're fine, don't worry about it, and they're not really believing and feeling that themselves, then the child is going to be, yeah, all right. They're going to know. And my theory is that autistic children are even more sensitive, even more um, perceptive, and able to tune into the underlying feelings and beliefs and sincerity of other people. So yeah, if it's said without sincerity, it might as well not be said.
And I think that I've seen that in my own experience over and over and over again. Um, that in sometimes when parents are overwhelmed and stressed and um, pushing themselves, that, you know, they can, the words can come out, we're fine, everything's fine, you're good, I'm good, and in some way they're trying to convince themselves of that without really feeling it
Yeah.
or believing it. And I think that I've certainly seen many children, whether they have autism or not, or they're excuse me, typically developing, they pick up all of that, that they can see and feel in their parents' facial expression, tone of voice, body language, the stress, not the calm, confident reassurance, because it's not there, even
Yeah.
if the parent is trying to say the right thing.
And it's
And
damaging. That's damaging in so many ways, because it's
yeah,
damaging because at least if you don't say it, the question doesn't necessarily come up. If you bring the question up and then by what you're feeling, give them the answer that that thing that you're telling them isn't true, then they're getting a message that they need to absorb whether they want to or not, although they probably would anyway. It also gives them a real sense of unease and insecurity about the social world, because they're having somebody who they really trust to be their guide, who's telling them one thing and believing another, and there's that mismatch. And so how can I trust anything that anybody says?